People of the internet, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Out of the Park Baseball 17 and the Premier League Baseball GM Mode Sim. I am F5 Penguin. You can find me all over the interwebs at F5 Penguin. And in the last video, we started opening day and things weren't so good. 2-3. Not the best record in the world, but something we've been used to over the past two seasons here in Brooklyn. Derek Jeter has risen from the dead and goes back in time and does not be he's not the greatest leader that we need him to be, especially not right now. But there's some bad news. Okay, we knew this going into it. Edgar Cantu injured for 7 more days, not getting it done with John Martin, not getting it done with a couple of the other bullpen members. It is June 25th, and we are going to be simming up to June 30th, 5 more days, which should mean 5 more games, and that should put us in a position to make the call. Call them up. We're bringing up 3 key players from AAA and bringing them up to the major league level and hoping that combined with Cantu coming back from the disabled list for 2 weeks will put us in a better position. We will have to see. Like I said, contracts have been allowed. We can now re-sign people, which is super important for us. We have people like Philpott, Cantu. We can re-sign Pena when we need to. Nick Clark comes up free agency this offseason. We have to pick him up as well. We can go ahead and make those decisions and not let them walk to free agency. So that is a definite benefit to us right now. So it is June 30th, and wouldn't you know it, look at this. We are 3-7. So we went from 2-3 to 3-7. We have Grandjean out for 4 days. We will definitely move him to the DL just to free up the space there. That means that is a huge problem. Actually, I'm gonna not move him to the DL because I have to put him in there for 15. He's only injured for 4. If I do that, Wilson becomes a starter instead of utility. I'd rather Wilson just play the 4 games in the spot and have Grandjean go back. So I'm gonna leave that alone. And Tony Pena, they say he's not ready to be in the major league, but I digress. I think he can be the fielder we need him to be. I really do. If we look at the stats between Fountain and him, they're not much different, and we're going to make that decision here at the end of this video. So let's look at the news and see where we're at. First game against St. Paul, we win 4-2, and that's the only game we won in this 5-game stint. This is horrible. So let's take a look at the box score. 4 innings. 4th inning, we put up 3 runs. That's not terrible. Nothing spectacular, though. I mean, 4 runs is better than we've been getting. Yeah. But at the same time, you look at the players we have, and they're just not producing. Again, Alston goes 1 for 4. Kober goes 0 for 4, leaves 2 on base. We need more than that. We need the power back. We need Cantu back in the lineup. Everything will be better if we just get Cantu back in the lineup. And I say that, and Weiss is hitting 235 in his place, was 1 for 4 with an RBI. I just can't get anything going. So Clark puts up 8 innings, gets 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 106 pitches, and Zelaya gets his first save of the season. It's about time Zelaya gets into the action. We need him to participate because we pay him $700,000 a year. He should be participating, and he should be getting us the saves. We just have to put him in a position to allow him to come onto the field to make those saves. You'll also notice Philpott and Fountain both get a stolen base. Nobody caught stealing yet, so that's good news. But it all goes downhill from here. Saints edge Atlantics 9-8. That ends up not having the Saints play their 9th inning. And again, we look at the numbers. These are not as bad, actually, especially with that it was 9-8. Let's see how the pitching looked first. Burleson puts up 7 innings, lets up 2 runs. That's what I expect from Burleson. But wouldn't you know it, our bullpen fails us again, coming into the 5-game stretch here at a .55 or whatever it was ERA. We give up 3 runs in less than an inning. Horrible. And then Lombard gets us out of the inning. No, he doesn't. Lombard lets up a run and a walk in 8 pitches. Horrible. And then Williamson blows the save, gets the loss. Williamson. Again with Williamson. What were his stats from last season? Do we remember looking at here? 7.99 ERA in 41 innings. He was 4-1, 30 games played, 21 walks, 43 strikes. The stats look like he should do well, but he is terrible when it comes to important times of a game. Like the worst. Good news is Jose Pena, the guy we're sending down to the minors here in a little bit, he puts up astounding numbers, 1 for 2, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, and a home run. I don't know what to make of this team at this point. I really don't. It's all over the place. Titans moved to 5-3. They beat us 12-3. That's horrible. Let's see how bad it was. 6 runs in the first. And again, wouldn't you know it, John Martin. John Martin and Victor Chavez pitch 5 innings, let up 10 runs. Martin goes 67 pitches in 3 innings. Romero comes in and actually makes things look good. And then Williamson has a decent outing. And I say decent meaning he walked 3 and let up an earned run. This is atrocious bullpenning. I'm glad we're making this call. Basically, when we call up Moreno and Hernandez, everyone else is going to avoid high leverage. I can't trust anybody at this point. 3-7 to start the season. It's abysmal. I don't know what to do of this. Just when I think I figured out what this team needs, they swerve it. Fountain goes 0 for 4. Lawson 1 for 4. Philpott walks 0 for 3. This is not good news. This is bad news, Bears. Titans win 11-8. Another 3 innings, the top 3 innings, all letting up runs. And who was it this time? Zamorano. That's surprising. He pitched 2 innings, let up 6 runs. Man, we're getting creamed. Now, someone did make a good point. I think it was J Dollar. He said, I have no lefties in my bullpen. We'll have to definitely address that here in a little bit. I don't know how at this point, but we're going to try to. Rido gets the loss. Lombard does okay. Romero does okay. Pitching is all over the place, man. I don't know what to do about this. No home runs again. We're scoring 8 runs. We're not hitting any home runs. No power at all. Man, this is troubling because I just don't know what to do at this point. Like, what do we do? Toronto Titans picked up another win. They win 4-1. We scored 1 run, and it was in the 4th. How bad was this one? This was Stark. Stark gets a second loss, but that's a quality start in my book, right? Over 6 innings pitched, gives up 3 runs. Zelaya tries to come in to close out the game, but they put up 2 runs against Williamson. Nope, 1 against Williamson, 1 against Starks. So Starks just needs to go on a pitch count. He needs to go on like 100 pitch count. And maybe he's not the prospect that we thought he would turn out to be. Yeah, maybe my scout was right. He's a projected OSA 5.56 and is peaked, and 5.45 no movement. Yeah, maybe Starks isn't it. Starks is not it. Okay, so we're deciding now that Starks isn't the guy. He's not going to get it done for us. He's going to go off the back in the minors. Martin obviously isn't the guy. He has to go to the minors. Do we call up everybody right now? Do we do that? Like, do we make the full switch? We have the talent down there. We do. We have the talent down there. Do we make the call? We are also down 7 to 17,000 attendance per game. I guess I made it way too expensive to attend the game. I have to drop this price or something here. Let's make it 185 again. Let's get our money back in. So that's not going to do it. Obviously, we need to fix that. Definitely. Look at the numbers here. We're not breaking 20K but twice this season. We'll go ahead and drop that price back down. We should see that improve. So if we look over here, we have Brunk, Murphy, Bellman, Conda. We can't forget about Conda. We got him. And Duran, all in AAA, ready to go. Oh, Bellman's in single A. Sorry. Other than Bellman, all in AAA, ready to come up. Do we do it? I don't know. AAA is 5-5. Everton's 5-5. My single A. Phoenix is 8-2. Phoenix is crushing it right now. This is amazing. Let's check for injuries. 4 weeks. All right, so we got a couple injuries we got to take care of. He's on the DL. We knew we were going to get some injuries going into this, and that's why we have an extra catcher. We're going to just make that call now and bring up Mason Rabe and Rabe. I don't know. We're going to call up him for sure to AA, and I believe he was he was 165 overall pick. Grass check was 147, but he's not ready yet. Okay, so we'll call up Mason, and we'll see how he does. He'll definitely be a starter over Silva for sure. And then Payne is not ready, but I don't know. Let's see how Nieves is doing in AA real quick. Just want to see. So he's happy. Look at this. Look at him. He's got 5 saves in 5 games, 0 ERA. He's crushing it. 35 years old. His stuff is a 4. He obviously wasn't going to do us any good up there. I overpaid for him. But he is blanking some people down in AA, and you know what? It's paying off for us because we need our AA guys to grow. We need our AA guys to develop, and they're clearly doing that right now. That's not even a question. That's happening. But I don't know what to do about my pitching situation in the major league. That's going to be our challenge is what do we do? Do we I don't know. I don't know. I know that we need to make a couple of call-ups. I know that right now. Like Hernandez has to come up and be a setup guy. We're going to call him right now. Moreno is going to come up for sure. Let's see what they say about Moreno. Don't use him in close games because his movement's a 5. Ratings, he's got 2 pitches. So he's not really a long relief. He's also a setup guy. He's slightly better against right-handed batters. 2 pitches. But I got to bring him up, right? You got to bring him up too because he's got 7 stuff, 5 movement, 6 control. I think we have to keep him as well. So we have 2 setup guys. There's nothing wrong with that, having 2 setup guys. But I don't know what to do to level out the bullpen outside of that. That's going to be the thing. I can trust these guys to take leverage, high leverage situations. They'll get us out. But what do we do? I just don't know. I really don't. We got Barnhart, Brunk, and Conda, Duran, Murphy. Top 5 guys right now, ready to go. Let's take a look at their stats. 1.06 ERA. 2.2. 8. So Duran, maybe not so much. Maybe he fell off. Let's go back to our development. We got Brunk, Murphy. Just looking real quick. Hernandez is up. We needed that. Duran. And then Borbin in AA. Okay, so Barnhart's not even on that list, and he's ready, especially with ERA. Let's look at him real quick. Scouting. 5.45. Nope. 4. Peaked at 4. I'm not calling him up. No way, no how. We know that's going to cause more problems. Let's see, Conda, how's he doing? 5-4. No, see another 4. So we have a little bit of a hole here with pitching that we kind of have to solve. I don't know how to solve it. We are definitely moving down Zach Starks. Okay, so Starks goes back down to the minors. He did not work out. He is not going to be a part of our team. He's done. He is gone. Do I just bring up Nieves? I mean, graded as an average reliever. Yeah, because this stuff. Yeah, this is what the scout's been saying for a while. Maybe hitters in high school were impressed with Nieves' stuff, but he's graduated a while back because he's got 4 stuff peaked out. His only saving grace is some movement and control. Yeah, he's going to stay here, and he's going to finish his career in the AA, or maybe move to the AAA and close out some people. I don't know, but he's not coming back up. I got to figure out what to do about a starting pitcher. I don't know. Is it Chavez? Let's see. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to clear the bench, and we're going to ask the manager to pick here. The manager says, no surprise here, number 1. Manager says here that Zelaya is the closer, Moreno and Hernandez are setup guys. And that makes perfect sense. Like, completely perfect sense. I should also probably set him to be high leverage, but I'll let... no, he doesn't need to be a closer. Hernandez is going to be a high leverage guy. Moreno won't be. He'll be set up from 7. Lombard, Rydell, Romero, Williamson. So they got Chavez starting. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna roll with this. I'm making the call. I'm gonna roll with what I got here. I think this is good. Let's give Chavez a starting role. Boom. So that bumps up his stuff to a 5. Let's see, even his movement's not good. Like I thought I had pitchers on the ready, but they're still not ready to come up yet. They're not fully developed yet. That's the problem we have. So, okay, that's fine. We are gonna roll with this. We're gonna see what happens. I think if we can, I'm trying to think about this. If we can keep the scoring low with these guys, let's go to our strategy and let's do this. Let's do hook starting pitchers quicker. Okay? See that there? And then we'll hook relievers normally. That should put us in a better position to take out players when they're starting to really go south. I'm going to roll with this. I think this is good. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then we need to go to AAA, and we need to readjust AAA. So clear and ask the manager. So we have a new closer. No surprise there. And Zach Starks is now our starting pitcher in the minors. No surprise there. Let's give Kyle Nolan the closing role. He was closer before, so that works out for us. And then, oh, good. Duty's a lefty specialist again. We needed that. Duran's long relief. So let's give Duran the reliever. Boom. What do we think about this? What do we think about this? Do we hold off on Pena and not call him up yet? Let him kind of develop still? Let's see what his numbers look like. He's currently 219. We don't need him for hitting. This is why we want him defensively. Sure-handed and reliable catcher. I think we wait for a bit. I think we wait. Fountain's not done us wrong just yet. And I will go back to those stats to look at them in a little bit. Fountain's not done us wrong defensively just yet. I think we wait. We see how Pena develops in the minors. Yep, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to wait because if I go to Fountain right now, 211, he's not much different, right? And defensively, let's go to fielding stats. Where is it at here? Percentage, he's 1,000. He's perfect. He's perfect right now. Caught stealing, 1. Percentage, 25%. So his arm needs a little bit of work. But I'm okay with this. For right this second, I'm okay with this. So we're going to roll with this, okay? We're going to see how Fountain develops. If he doesn't do as well as we think he does, then I'll make the call in 2 more sims. So 10 more games if Fountain is not at the same level or better, we will replace him. If he is, then we'll roll with it because we got Pena for as long as we want him to. Now, going into the single A, we're going to bring up Rabe to the double A. We got to go into the lineups and make those adjustments. So let's do that. Rabe. And we're going to do every 5th game now, since we have every 7th game, because we have a much better catcher in that position now, which is good. And then same thing on this side. Rabe, boom, every 7th. We're going to clear all the lineups. We're going to ask the manager for new lineups. Yep, that was going to change them up. I thought it would, so that was a good decision. Go to single A. We're going to bring up Grashcheck and O'Brien. We're going to bump them up in the lineup for the pinch hitters. Same thing on this side. Grashcheck up and O'Brien, and move them up the list. So O'Brien, do we want him to start any games? Yeah, let's do every 5th, and we'll be okay there. And we'll do the same thing on this side every 5th. Clear the lineups, and ask the manager. Boom. All right, so I'm not too stressed out with double A and single A. They're coming along nicely. We're going to be okay. I am flipping out about what we have to do in the AAA situation to bring up a starting pitcher. I don't know who it is, but I know it's not Chavez, it's not Martin. Those 2 have to go, and I can't wait till they leave. And by then, Conda, Brunk, Murphy, someone is going to have an ability that we need to do something. I don't know what we're going to do, but this is obviously not the answer. So we're going to leave it right here. Cantu comes back in 6 days. Oh, so he won't make it back for the next sim. He will be back in the following sim. That's rough. But once he comes back, we should be okay. Going over to the info page, I'll pause it so you can see that right there. Boom. You can see we're not doing very well at all. Last in pretty much everything. I will go over to our rankings. We are 2nd in defensive efficiency, 17th in bullpen ERA. So we went from 2nd to 7th, and tied 4th for stolen bases. No bueno across the board. And then lastly, we will look at the team. Where was it? Player info. Player rankings? Where did I see? Where were we with that? I don't remember where that is. Statistics. That's it. I'm overthinking it. All right. This is statistics for batting. Philpott's still on the list, and Fountain is as well leads the league in strikeouts. Okay, so maybe that's my answer. Is Fountain's going to go? Fountain's probably going to go for sure. Pitching leaders, Nick Clark's on there with walks plus hits per innings pitched, 9th, and nothing else. So pitching has fallen off since 1952. That's something we have to look at. Here are your hot and cold streaks. And here are your streaks. Oh, Fountain's on a 14-game hitting streak. That's good. Chavez on a 5-game losing streak. Fantastic. And we'll leave that there. So you can see where we sit. Not good right now. We have to come back. I think we have the right tools in place. Let me know what you think we need to do for the starting pitcher. I want your feedback on that. I will probably end up bringing one of the prospects up, but I don't know. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. You can tweet me at F5Penguin on Twitter or all over the interwebs at F5Penguin. The link is in the description for the Premier League Baseball website. You can see all the stats and the deep info for every player that we have in the league. And hopefully you enjoy this. This was Out of the Park Baseball 17. In the next sim for Premier League Baseball, we will see if we can recover from this abysmal start. We are last in the division, and it's not getting better. Hopefully we can turn it around. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one.